how did you decide on which target customers to focus on in the beginning? And how did and how did this evolve then over time?
Yeah. So again, that was probably pretty opportunistic. So being a small consulting company, especially, with the owners being relatively young and not having massive networks where you just call up your mates and then they give you a project, because they're all really just starting their careers themselves. So therefore we had to be, we couldn't be, beggars can't be choosers, as they say. So we basically took whatever we could get initially just to survive. We started from nothing. And so once you've done something, you've done it well, again, there was no alternative. We had to do everything really top-notch, high quality, because otherwise, we wouldn't be able to stick with these customers. Maybe they give us some more work. There was no alternative to being, the very best for our customers we could possibly be, which thankfully worked quite well, because a lot of customers, even back in those days, wanted to work with us long-term. And so if you do something well and you have a good solution, and the customer that's happy, then obviously you can try and replicate that, because you'll get a reference. Already this particular problem, this particular industry, with those, the buzzwords that you have to use in that industry, that's what people will be talking about. They'll be using these words. Then it sort of makes it easier to try and replicate that. And frankly, over time, that's how we got to our specialisms. We just started out in those 4 areas that I mentioned: energy, manufacturing, retail, and housing, real estate. It just so happened in all of these that we got an initial project or two. We said, okay, this is really good. This is a really good solution that's specific to this industry, that everyone in this industry will have the same issue, will have the same pain points. Let's develop this further and let's try and replicate it. So again, we weren't very strategic about it, saying, well, these are the 5 industry with the highest mandate rates or whatever, so let's go in that. Yeah. We are more now considering whether we might want to add another industry to that would fit well, and that might be sort of commercially interesting as well. This was sort of, it just happened in a way.